What's up, guys? So this is my $1,000 Pontiac Fiero. I'm going to show you everything wrong with it. Overall, it's in okay condition. It's got a cracked window here. It originally did not come with a spoiler, so they drilled some holes and put the spoiler on, but I took it off. Hit in the back here, just some paint coming off. The whole thing needs a paint job anyway. Biggest problem is the hood and the front bumper were replaced. They actually line up pretty well. I guess the guy rear-ended somebody on the freeway and it was just cosmetic, so not really a deal breaker because I want to paint the whole car anyway. So for those of you who've never seen one of these, I put some seat covers on it because the seats are pretty torn up, but the interior is pretty clean overall. So it has the door panels, Fiero badges, Fiero, aftermarket stereo. It's like a DVD player, which to me is not very cool for a classic car. The dash is in good condition because they had a dash cover on it, and the door panels are actually really clean. So it doesn't need much inside besides the seats redone, and the headliner needs to be redone because it's actually missing. It had an aftermarket sunroof put in when the car was new, and then it had the headliner, but I guess it just started falling, so they took it out. The dome lights work, all the gauges work. These are kind of falling apart, the sun visors, but overall it runs pretty well. I'll start it up real quick. Kind of sounds like a lawnmower to me. It's all original, so got the dual exhaust, so it's actually the original exhaust system, believe it or not. So it's you know, pretty loud from the factory. It still has the catalytic converter and everything in place since it was original, so it's actually pretty cool. So for those of you who don't know about these cars, you know, they handle pretty well. The weight distribution is really good, obviously, because the engine's in the middle. The fuel tank is actually right below here, and I actually had to get the fuel pump replaced on the drive home. It got really noisy, and then it actually started going out. The car was parked for a little bit, so I was planning to do it anyway, but ended up doing it sooner rather than later. So this is obviously the auto crappy as opposed to the 5-speed manual everybody wants, but I kind of like this one a little bit better for cruising. So this is the center console. Has a little door here. You can put your stuff in there. Power everything, and this is the 1987 GT model, so it's the fastback and pop-up headlights, and definitely a pretty cool little sports car. So if you're thinking about getting one of these, I definitely would. A lot of the stuff's kind of hard to replace. I did the alternator today, and you pretty much have to take the wheel off and everything off, and you know, it's really not a fun repair. You know, a lot of the things on these cars aren't really fun repairs, but it's still just the 2.8 liter, you know, GM V6, so it's really, you know, really simple car overall. So if you are considering one, I mean, it's definitely not going to break the bank. It's much better than having a, you know, Ferrari or even a Corvette's a little bit more expensive to maintain. So, you know, find one that the interior is clean. Don't worry too much about the seats because you can get them redone, but the rest of it, you know, a lot of the little stuff's hard to find. Definitely get a GT model. Don't waste your time with a 4-cylinder. You know, nobody wants a 4-cylinder sports car. That's just, you know, you might as well be driving a, you know, Honda minivan at that point. So but yeah, I'll do a little test drive video next. I'm gonna get the car repainted. I'll probably do some little project videos with this car a little bit more because there's a lot of little things I can do to clean it up. So yeah, well, thanks for watching, and if you think about getting a Pontiac Fiero, let me know in the comments. Have a good one.